Hey guys, welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time hanging out with me. My name is Maida. Today is November 7th and I need a pick-me-up. I need to help myself feel better. I definitely had my crying sessions yesterday. I allowed myself to feel all of the feels. And today, the most productive thing that I can do is try to cheer myself up, try to find my happy place and spread joy. There's been a lot of just ickiness that has resulted from the election results here. I want this to be our safe space. This is my happy place for sure. So I want to bring you along and hopefully cheer you up a little bit. We're gonna do some nails. We're gonna take care of ourselves. We're gonna do our best. How about that? And that's all we can do. So if you want to hang out with me for a little bit, do our nails, be in our happy place, then I hope that you'll keep on watching. So this is the current state of my nails. Not very good, as you can tell. So this is what they usually look like. No, not usually look like. This is what they will look like when I remove a set. And yesterday I removed my fall inspired nail set. And because it was getting late, I couldn't do my usual routine, which is to soak them for a little while in acetone, remove any dead bits, with my Blue Cross cuticle remover, and then my base gel, so on and so forth. I didn't do all that. So we're gonna do that today. So here's what I typically do. So I grab these little plastic things. I have my cotton balls. I use maybe like 2 or 3 cotton balls. I just kind of split them up because otherwise it'll be too much cotton in here and my fingers won't fit. But I will stick the cotton inside of the plastic things like so. And then I will use this acetone. This is just something that I found at TJ Maxx, I'm pretty sure. Either TJ Maxx or what is it, Marshall's? One of the two. For $3, check it out. And it works just fine. It does say on here, removes gel nails, nail polish, artificial nails, nail glue, glitter polish, and more. So I use just a little bit to get my cotton wet. And this bottle usually lasts me quite a few months because even though I do my nails pretty frequently, you don't need very much to saturate the cotton ball, so that's always good. And then I just pop them on like this. And then I just sit tight for around 15 minutes. There have been times when I take them off within 10 minutes, but I feel like the sweet spot is definitely at 15 because everything just basically disintegrates within the 15 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and maybe listen to a podcast while I do that, while I sit and wait. So I'll be right back. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes and now I'm gonna go ahead and remove these. And now with my cuticle pusher, I'm basically going to scrape up any leftover gel. I just don't like it when my nails start to feel bulky, so this is why I typically go through the trouble of removing as much gel as I can, just because, again, I just don't want them to feel too thick under my cover tips. By the way, I don't know how to include in each of my videos that I'm not a professional. I think you can tell though, no? You can probably tell that I'm not a professional, but just in case, I want to make sure everybody knows that I am a nail enthusiast girly, and a lot of what I do is basically just things that I've learned from watching other nail girlies here on YouTube and from trial and error. All right. So as you could tell, I removed as much as I could. I don't go in too harshly because you don't really need to do aggressive scraping. But I mean, just enough so that you can lift some of this product off. So I use this end of my cuticle pusher, and then for around the edge, I will use this other kind of beveled edge here. However, you really do need to be so careful with a tool like this because I don't know if you can tell, because it is beveled, it is a bit sharp. Therefore, it can kind of dig a little too deep and mess up your natural nail, and you don't want to do that. So whenever you are using, if you happen to have a tool similar to this, if you use it, just make sure that you're lightly going around your nail and not like scraping the heck out of it, because you will damage. You can do really unnecessary damage to your nail. Trust me, I have learned my lesson. So yeah, I basically just do this. Okay, so I'm gonna just go around, and I'm like barely even pushing down the tool, because as I said, the more that you push it down, the more that it will cut into the product, and you could end up at your natural nail plate. Do not tell me. I didn't realize I wasn't recording my face, but anyway, hopefully you heard all of that I just said. My bad. Anyway, while I do this, I guess I can tell you a little bit about what the last week has been like for me. I mentioned in my last video and in my community post that my husband had come home with a nasty cold, and I caught his cold. My symptoms weren't as bad as his though, thankfully. I basically just experienced congestion and like a headache that just would not go away. But I am feeling much better now. Thank the good Lord, my immune system pulled through. Yeah, and then one of our kitties, Lou, she wasn't acting any different, but I noticed that there was a bit of red stuff, if you know what I mean, in her poop. And that immediately sent me into a panic, because all of my cats, I have 3. There's Lou, Ziggy, and Jerry. Jerry's the baby, and my little ones are like my kids, basically. Yeah, I went into a panic. I was scared that she was gonna start acting unlike herself, but I don't know. She's a little stinker. She has a weird obsession with donuts, and we had donuts about a week ago. She got into one of the donuts. I didn't think it was much, but apparently obviously cats can't digest human food as humans do. She's done it before, and like she's been fine. But this time it really, like I said, it was just a little concerning considering the red stuff. But we took her to the vet. Long story short, we took her to the vet, and she's been fine. She wasn't acting any grumpier than what she already is. She's a little spicy kitty, man. But yeah, she was still super active, chasing her sisters around the house as per usual. So yeah, we told the vet what had happened, and the vet just kind of told us, well, it may also be her diet. So we do have to change up her diet slightly to exclusively wet food. I like to give them a combination of both wet food and kibble, because I don't know, I kind of feel bad sometimes because they have to eat the same thing every single day, poor things. So I like to switch things up for her. But yeah, apparently kibble must not agree with her tummy, or at least not the brand that we give her. So we have to experiment a little bit with other brands. She's all good though. Thank you so much to those of you who asked about Lou. She's doing well. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is just file my nail beds just a little bit, just to even things out. I'm not going in too hard either. I basically try my best to be as light-handed on my nails as I possibly can whenever I'm doing like my natural nails. Do you know what I mean? And I like to use my hand file for this, mainly because I don't want to go in, again, too roughly on my nails, and there's just a lot more control when you're using a hand file in terms of pressure, especially me with my left hand. That is my non-dominant hand, and sometimes it's a little difficult to gauge, you know, just how much pressure is needed. So yeah. All right, and then I'm just gonna go over my nails with my buffer just to smooth things out even further. And then I'll be back to use the Blue Cross cuticle remover and show you my process with that, because I know one of you had questions regarding how to use that product. So we can go over that together. All right, so I've gone ahead and washed my hands just to remove all of the dust. It's a step that I really feel like it's important, because if you go straight in to the next steps, you'll have a lot of the dust kind of settle into your sidewalls and things like that. So wash your hands so that you can move on to the next step. So the next step is the Blue Cross Cuticle Remover. So I'll just go ahead and shake it up a little bit. So the directions say, apply around base of nail and gently work around cuticle. Blue Cross Cuticle Remover quickly removes dead tissue and leaves cuticles soft and pliant. Wash nail with warm water, dry, and polish. Great for both manicures and pedicures. So they don't really tell you how long to leave it on your cuticle or on your nail. I don't typically leave it for much longer than like 30 seconds to a minute. And that's just because I'm pretty impatient. So this is what I will do. I'll go ahead and add this to my nails and just kind of let it chill for a while. As I said, 30 seconds to a minute. And then I use my cuticle pusher to scrape up any dead parts of the nail on the nail plate. And here's the thing, because I do my nails so often, I don't necessarily have to go in and cut anything off. Right now, there is like a little hangnail that I probably will be taking care of with my cuticle nippers. But typically, I don't have to go around with the cuticle nippers because I basically do this so often. So as I mentioned, I'm just gonna go around, not pushing down very much. I'm basically just gonna do my best to just gently get under here. And you can already start to see some of the buildup on the cuticle pusher and on the nail plate. And as far as I know, you can go in with a little bit more after you do that. If you feel you have to, let it chill for a bit. And now I'm gonna go around with this. Again, please, please, y'all, be so careful with this because it can do some damage, okay? But if you can see there, you'll start to lift the gross stuff. Sorry for anybody who doesn't like to see that. See? So I'm being so gentle, but you're able to get a little more of the dead stuff this way. Now I'm gonna go in with a lint-free wipe and just slightly dampen it with some isopropyl alcohol, and just with my own nail, just kind of scrub the sidewalls and the cuticle. See? So I'm just gonna take care of this hangnail and this little bit here. And there we go. That is all I do. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and zoom through the other hand and then apply my base gel and a little bit of top coat, just because I probably will have to stop so that I can take care of dinner, all of that good stuff, and then I'll be back to start on the nail set. guys, so for this set, I decided I wanted to use these cover tips. These are from GELLA. They are, I believe, medium cover tips. They could be short cover tips. This is what they look like. See, they're quite short. They could be medium though. I don't know. Either way, I'll link these down below in case you are interested in these. As you can see, these are already etched, but I still want to add some primer under these because I just don't trust the etchedness. So I'm just gonna add like a thin layer of primer. So I'm gonna go ahead, pick up my sizes, and then we will be back. All right, so I picked out my sizes. Now I'm just going to pop these on. I'm just gonna use some primer to prime my actual nails and the underside of my cover tips. Just gonna give my nails a quick wipe because I did do a bunch of cooking and eating dinner. I mean, I washed my hands, but still. I'm just gonna quickly add a thin coat of primer, and honestly this is just so that the primer can help adhere. I'm gonna get my Model 1's 4-in-1 glue gel ready, and since I didn't buff my nails to remove the shine, I'm also going to add a coat of the primer onto the nails. And what I'm doing here is actually creating kind of like texture on here because the primer, as it dries, it gets kind of sticky. So with the bristles of the brush, you're kind of creating these streaks on your nail, which will then serve to help grip the glue, if that makes sense. Y'all, this is what has worked for me. I'm not a nail tech, again. This is like my 5th time saying it in this video, but I am not a nail tech. It's just what's worked. Now I'm just gonna add a slip layer of the glue gel. And then also add some to the cover tip. And then I want to add a little glob. I'm gonna leave a little bit of room between my cuticle and the cover tip. This is the overlay method. And bam! We have a tiny bit of spillage. It's okay. And there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna do that for the rest of the nails. So I will be right back. I shaped and buffed my nails. I went ahead and added a coat of base coat to even everything out and seal the cuticle. And then I also added a coat of matte top because we are getting to the design. And probably only gonna do half of the design today and finish the rest of it off tomorrow because it's getting kind of late. But I had been wanting to do sweater nails for a while, more specifically the like fuzzy sweater nails, and I believe I can almost remember, was it Rebecca Ramsdale? Perhaps. I think she's done fuzzy sweater nails with her airbrush. I've just been wanting to try that for so long, and that is what I'm gonna do. So tonight I'm gonna go ahead and add the airbrush design, and tomorrow we'll finish off the nails by adding some charms. Here are just some that I pulled out. I really want to use maybe some hearts, glittery stars. These are really cute. They're kitty charms, so I want to use these for sure. But anyway, I found this fuzzy sweater that I thought was super cute, and I want to kind of mimic that color pattern. So I pulled out these airbrush paints. So we've got some of the yellow, we've got a green that I can definitely dilute with, or not dilute, I can mix with white to make it just slightly lighter. And then there's this cyan shade, and I've got this shade called Jam and this other one called Rose. We'll see which one fits the vibe a little bit better. Holy macaroni, y'all. It was a mission with this airbrush. This is my second set of nails that I've used my airbrush, for which I've used my airbrush. And let me tell you, I still have to get used to the amount of times that I can flush the airbrush so that it flows well, yada yada. It was just a lot. It was a lot. I had to clean it like 3 times. I literally spent, I want to say maybe like 3 hours total, no, maybe 2, trying to clean it and trying to make it work. I've been up since like 5:45 this morning. I did have some coffee though beforehand, so it's not like anyway, long story short, we're here. We have the airbrush on. I love the way that they look. I just have to get better. I just have to get better, basically. I do like the way that they look, though. I do wish a little more of the green would pop out. But because I was going in order from lightest to darkest, it kind of got covered up on some areas. But either way, I think we got the vibe. I did also top coat them, by the way. I made sure to file the free edge to avoid chipping. That is the main reason as to why if you airbrush, you should also file the free edge before top coating everything, just to avoid chipping issues. But now I'm going to pick out some charms, which I'm very excited about because not only does it mean that we're almost done with this set, but I love throwing some shit on my nails, you know? Here is what we are gonna do. I'm gonna pour all of the charms that I'm gonna be using. I'm gonna pour them into this little dish. I'm not sure that I'll use every single one of these, but the majority, I think I will be. As I mentioned, I do want to use some of these little kitty charms. And I want some colorful ones. Look at how cute these look. They're so adorable. I love. Is that enough? I don't know, maybe. I'm going to take one of each of the different kitties. Oh, there's also one with glasses. Look at it. Oh. That is so cute. Get out of here. I'm going to take this one out too because this one kind of looks like Jerry. Okay. So I'm going to take those. I also like these hearts. Do I want like a green or maybe... So there's this purple one, which I think I really, really like. There are also these little hearts that I think are super cute. Whoop, those are stuck. Take a couple of those just in case I want to use them. I was looking at these layups. I don't know, do I want to use it? These are more like alloy charms. I mean, they're kind of cute. I don't know, maybe. I'll put one of those out and maybe one of the pinks. We'll see. Sparkly stars, which kind of match the hearts. I'm going to take a pink one out. I was thinking of doing something with these little beads. I usually use these beads for like jewelry making, but I think they're super cute. I think they would go really well with this set. I don't know how exactly I'd use them, but maybe. And then there's these cute little like flowers. I don't know if yeah, why not? Purple and the yellow. Maybe like this blue-green. So these are the charms that we're going to be using. I think they're really cute, really colorful. All right, so I'm going to use my Crazy Top to apply these charms because I do like to dunk the charms in the Crazy Top. It just helps them last a little bit better. I know some of the charms that I've used in the past, they tend to get a little worn down. The paint kind of fades. So this helps them last much, much longer. So I'm going to put these tweezers away because I do like them a lot, especially for picking up stickers. And I don't want them to get all gunky with Crazy Top. I also brought these out because I do like to add them as just like little accents here and there. Keep these off to the side. Now, do I want them front and center? Or do I want them off to the side so that I can add more stuff? This is basically like a fall junk nail set. Maybe a little off to the side and then I'll put little things. So I'm going to just dunk the kitty in here. Just going to go around with this thicker liner brush to clean up the excess. There's quite a bit. Do I want one of these on there? I don't know. Wait, why is that actually really cute? Okay, maybe I like this a little bit better. I really like it. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll do like this star in the middle. Alrighty friends, so this is the outcome. I freaking love these so much. They're so cute. They're not exactly sweater nails, I don't think. Well, are they? I don't know, maybe. They look more like those different colored conical lollipops, but they're so cute though. I love them so much. I love the kitties. They're adorable. Let's make it into a series. How many sets of nails can I do involving cats? Because seriously, it's so much fun. I love these. In the future, I will be trying a proper sweater nail set, only because like I'm trying to figure out the right settings for the airbrush, you know, so that I can do that. If I were to do this again, I would probably use fewer colors. One, because it's just so much harder to flush out the airbrush using this many colors. And two, I think they'll look a little more like fuzzy, a little more blurred if I were to just use fewer colors, you know? I don't know. What do you guys think? I love not matching every single one of them. I did repeat the designs on the nails, but I like don't mind that the thumbs are different. I kind of dig it. I really wanted to use one of these heart charms, and I'm glad I did it on the thumb. But that's going to be it from me. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up because it does help me out so much and I'd really appreciate it. Don't forget, if you want to hang out with me in the future, subscribe. I'd love to have you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you next time. Bye.